I'm so excited. No, that's so cringe. Oh, how do I start? I'm so excited. Okay, people have grown up watching her on TV. I say people, me.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Find the LinkedIn, get the employer on it, get them sacked.
You just get to a point when you think, is it worth it? You bottle things up, don't you?
And 100%.
Just don't really speak about it.
Welcome to Business as Usual, the podcast that goes beyond the titles and into the people behind the careers. I'm your host, Claudia Bish, and each week I'll be diving into real conversations that go beyond the job titles. Expect honest stories, a few business gems along the way, and a reminder that behind every highlight reel, there's a whole lot more story. Now, let's get down to business. I'm so excited about today's guest because people have grown up watching her on TV. From starting out on Waterloo Road to becoming a household name, my next guest has been in the public eye for most of her life. But what a lot of people might not know is that she's now taking on an entirely new challenge as the founder of Rags the Label. She's building this brand from the ground up while balancing her acting career, motherhood, and I am so excited to explore that.
Hi, I'm Chelsee, and this is Business as Usual.
You can tell you're used to the camera. I know it's not necessarily business related, but I do feel like I want to just touch on the fact that we're probably like the same age, but like I grew up with Waterloo Road.
Oh my God.
What a show.
No, do you know what? I think because there was no reality at that time, that was kind of the nearest to reality that you would get. And I'm not joking when I say I was not playing a character. I was a woman like Janice.
Live stream.
Yeah, I was a little wronger when I was that age. So to play Janice, I wasn't really acting, which is amazing. But it was like, it wasn't my first job, but it was just one of the best jobs. Like I grew up at Waterloo Road. I was there for so long, and yeah, it was an amazing show. And it still is.
I want to just talk about your upbringing. Grew up in Manchester.
Yes.
Or outskirts
Salford.
of... Yeah, I don't know that.
Salford
My geography is
girly.
not the best. But up north. You grew up north.
I grew up north, yeah.
And traumatic, as in traumatic that you've opened up about obviously losing your dad at a really young age.
Yeah. I feel because I think I was 5, so I've never had that father figure in my life. Obviously, I was really young, so all I've really experienced is my mum. I have had therapy about this. I feel like that is a deep-rooted trauma that I've never gotten over. And I feel like that has been passed on to me when I have got a little bit older, not having that father figure in my life, and, you know, Coco's dad and him not being as present. And have I got daddy issues? I don't know. I've never had that father figure, which is really, really sad. And I think because I started on TV really, really young, I was kind of the one that was making the money. So, you know, I've always looked after my mum because I was making money from a young age. I've always had my mum in the sense of she's always been okay with where she lives, and she's got a car. And you could say it's quite sad, but you could also say that from young I've always got my own money. So I've become really independent really soon.
Do you feel like that shaped you early? Because at 5 years old, like, I mean, at any age, that's a huge thing to go
I
through.
Think because I was so young, there's only like vivid memories that I have of my dad. And I always remember we was actually in Ibiza when he passed away, and we'd gone over with like my mum and dad's friends and their kids. And me and my sister had to fly home early with like my mum's friends. And I always remember flying home and being at my gran's and my gran getting that phone call. And that's like one thing that will always, I don't know why I'm getting upset. It was so long
I want to
ago.
jump over and hug.
No, I'm okay. I just always remember the phone call that he had passed because my mum stayed there with him. I'm all right. Just don't really speak about it.
We can stop. Do you want to stop?
I'm fine. No, I'm good. Yeah, so it's just like certain things, and I always remember like what he'd order from the Chinese, which is really silly, and he loved a pepper ramen and the disgusting, but and you know, there's just like little bits that I'd remember. I just think becoming a mum myself and knowing how hard it is and how hard my mum had it as well, you know, bringing me and my sister up on her own.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I just don't talk about it, you know. You bottle things up, don't you? And
100%.
I think some things are just best to be kept down there. You won't see me crying though. I just get on with everything, and that's me.
I do think sometimes you need to do that.
Yeah, it's just because I don't speak about it. You've
had to be resilient from a kid, so you've gone through that experience so young, and then 10 years old, you then get into acting.
Yeah, I think I got my first job when I was, how old was I? I think I was 12. I've been so lucky. I've been in the industry for like, since I was a child, and I've been so lucky. But I started working, so I've always made my own money, and that became normal to me. You know, me and my sister didn't have much growing up, whereas I was making the money and, yeah, being able to help, which... yeah, it's been amazing.
You obviously became a household name at such a young age. Obviously, it's down to you whether you call it pressure or not of supporting your family. At this point, how old are you? Like, how does someone of that age take all of that on?
I don't know. I'm not a household name. Please don't say that, Claudia. Everyone hates me.
No, but as in, like, everyone knew. No one who hates you.
No, I don't know. I mean, we'll get to that with the business that I'm trying to grow and build. But no, I feel like it was just all that I knew, because I was working from such a young age, I feel like as I've gotten older, the pressure's gotten a little bit bigger, but it is all that I've ever known. And like I say, I've been working since I was 12, and it's all that I've ever done. And I've been really lucky to be able to make that kind of money, you know. I'm just very grateful.
So there was no moment where you thought you need to figure it out. Do you feel like that's come?
I feel that's come as I've gotten older. I think back then I had no worries and no responsibilities. I think as you get older, I feel like me working on the TV has kind of tried to, you know, this past year has been particularly hard. I feel like my whole family life has been turned on its head. I lost a baby in November, which was horrendous. Lost my partner, the uncertainty with work as well. It's not been good, you know. I've been in very dark places, and yeah, I feel like I'm building something and I'm believing in it, of what me and my sister are creating. I feel like if you don't believe in what you're doing, then don't do it. And yeah, I just feel like I'm growing throughout this experience, but I never felt the pressure when I was younger. It's more so these last couple of years that it has really hit me.
You become accustomed as a kid, I guess, to having money. If you don't know any different, then it's slightly different to...
Yeah, I definitely respected money then. As you get older, I'm more conscious of it, and I respect it a lot more, and I don't, you know, get all the designer stuff that I used to, you know, like it's the money management that I've had to learn over the years, because there's been times when I've not had a pot to in and I've had to build myself back up, but then the work's still been coming, and you know, I've always bounced back off it. And I think that's just the mentality that I've got back in me, that I've got to work, and it keeps my head good as well, if that makes sense.
I suppose, like, as a kid, as a teenager, did you have proper like financial advice? Like, how does that work?
No,
getting this money at like such a young age, like, what do you do with it?
Fucking spend it. Chelsea would do. No, and I'd be spending. Then we did get a financial advisor, and he put some money in, and he was the one that kept my dad's money. And yeah, so that was how that was. But there was a time when I was like, 18 to 26, 7, when I had Coco, that I just didn't respect money, and I was going out and I was having the time of my life, and I was being seen out, and I was drunk, and that girl, and it was... yeah, I just flushed so much money down the drain, and it makes me feel sick to my stomach.
Do you regret that?
Yeah, I do. Good times don't last forever. I think what I've learned since becoming a mum definitely is it's not about the party. Like, I cannot think of anything worse. Like, I feel like I'm a bit traumatised from my party days, you know? And I definitely feel that them party days have affected my mental health. I think it does. And yeah, I like a little drink every now and then, but as far as how I used to go as hard as I did, I just know.
Do you feel like maybe that was like a mask?
Maybe, yeah, 100%. I feel like I was hiding traumas and drinking so that I didn't feel, you know, what I was actually going through.
Going back to the entertainment industry as well, you've got to have so much resilience, which I guess we'll get into in a bit with Rags, like, and how that does all end up being applied to business.
Yes.
Did you not find that you had to, like, you've been scrutinised, like that is some character building that you've gone through?
Do you know what it is with me? Like, I know myself now. I'm 37. I always try and forget my age, by the way. I'm 37. I'm 38 next year, but I'm
You're
a
in your
big
30s.
woman out here. Yeah. What was we saying now? Oh yeah, character building. I feel like I'm at an age. I know me. I am really thick-skinned because I've had to deal with it. I mean, when I was on Strictly, I was being called a baby hippo. Like, yeah, I've lost a lot of weight through stress, guys. It's not been fun. But
oh my God.
No, you can say whatever you want about me. That's good. I can take that on the chin. But it's as soon as you say something about my daughter, or, you know, that's what
do you have that?
Yeah. Coco, there was a time when I'd be posting Coco and someone would post like monkey emojis back to me, and it would be every time that I would post her. So yeah, that for me is like that. Not the case.
No, that's disgusting.
They're innocent, and yeah, I would have racial abuse about Coco. I've had that as well, but I like, you can say what you want. I know myself, but as soon as you attack my innocent babies, it's gloves off time.
No. Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'll be finding IP addresses. But what can you do with it? I think just block, report, buy.
See, like when we were experiencing trolling, when Luca was in Love Island, I was not unhinged, but I would screenshot everyone's name, find the LinkedIn, get the employer on it, get them sacked. Don't say that you want him dead and not expect repercussions. But racial abuse, I think, is way worse than what we went through.
Yeah, also,
like I think, get them fired now.
I know. I just think we're very we're not. It's not overprotective. We're just protective of those that we love. Because would you agree with me? If anyone has anything to say about you, you can kind of laugh it off.
100%.
Yeah. As soon as it's the people that matter the most. Well, they're not in front of me. Then they're getting a dig. You know what I mean? But no, it's hard. But I just think that speaks a lot about our character. We would never let anyone or anything happen, or say anything about the ones that we love.
Because I feel like, I mean, Coco's probably coming up to an age now where she can start reading.
She'll batter herself. She'd give it them Coco.
But can she like understand? Yeah. Or does she not go on the comments or anything?
She's on TikTok, but I limit it. She can have an hour a day on there. And
because you do all the restrictions of the comments?
Yes. Yeah, the restrictions, and also I have the passwords, etc. So when she's playing on her phone, it will come straight through to my phone. Yeah. I just find it really hard these days with social media and with children. I feel like I grew up in the time when phones, and it was the best time to grow up. No phones, we'd be playing out on the streets, whereas now kids are not safe on the streets. It's just such a...
It's scary.
It is so scary.
Social media for kids, I think, is...
terrifying.
Daunting. But then how do you tell your baby, all your friends have that?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I'm going to cope with that when it comes to it.
At school,
for not having it.
Yeah.
But then, like, how do you protect them from like, it's such world. I actually dread becoming a mum.
I would definitely recommend, but
not
yet. Be prepared to be in bits every single day for a new milestone.
So you've gone through all these periods of your life.
Yeah, I've done a lot.
You've done a lot. Why have you made the decision now to start Rags the Label?
Oh, well...
It's very different career change.
It is, but it has always been a passion of mine and my sister's, and what better way to be able to do business with your sister. I'll tell you a story. Me and my sister fell out before we come up with Rags, and we didn't speak for a very long time, and then we made up. I think it was about 2 years we didn't speak for. And we made up, and I said, look, Kate, like, this is something that we've always wanted to do. Would you be prepared to go all in with me? She went 100%. Our Kate is so effortless. Like, she's the one with the style.
She is unbelievable.
I think her personality
so glam.
So bright. She's amazing.
So cool.
She is. And I said, are we doing this? Like, it is all in or not at all? She said 100%. So the fact that we've made up and then gone into business together, it has brought us so much closer. Like, we are inseparable. She's my girl. But yeah, so we said, right, let's do it. Got nothing to lose. See how it goes. I've got a few followers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
This is what I want to delve into, though, because I think people think starting a business is pretty and money.
You know what? I feel like a bit of a fraud coming on here, because I feel like every other business that you're going to have on is flying, and we are just so like this.
No, I want honest, unfiltered conversations about the like reality of running a business, and I have actually been having them. Yeah. Where like we had Grace on, and I feel like people will probably say, "Oh, she's from Love Island. Why have you got on?" But well, firstly, she is a business now. But like another thing was she went in there with 2 businesses.
Yeah, exactly.
But like no one speaks about that.
No.
But essentially she had to move back home, and like things aren't always as they seem.
Exactly. But yeah, I think it is just the hardest thing I have done. I think mentally as well. Physically, I am get drained just trying to build this business. There's so much more to it than I could have ever imagined. But you know what? We're not giving up. We're staying consistent. We believe in our brand, and we are definitely not where we want to be. We're struggling. We are struggling. Every little bit of money that we make, we're putting straight back into the business. There's a whole thing of marketing, and there's so much that comes to it as well. We have grown the business organically from my Instagram. You know,
do you feel like having that platform and being in TV and being a name has helped or not?
It can definitely help with followers, whether you are a seller, which I'm obviously not, with how the business is going, you know. Not everybody has the same style as me and Kate, and I feel like it is a little bit out there and it's not to everyone's taste. I feel when we did start the brand 2 years ago, our style was a lot different. So we have things on the website that is not anything that we would wear now, and we've evolved since then. And it's just finding our audience, which we're still finding now, meeting, you know, their expectations, what they like, as well as it's still kind of aligning with me and our Kate's fashion, because we want to be able to wear these pieces and feel amazing in them, and the girls to what they like as well. And we just want to make girls feel good, basically, but for them to be able to love our designs. And it has just been the hardest thing. I think we've been ripped off left, right and centre with suppliers. People always say, Chelsee, you know, so many people in the industry, get them to, you know. And don't get me wrong, I reach out like a mother for every single night, and I get blanked left, right and centre. There's so many people, you know, that when they've brought businesses out and I've posted them, and as soon as I've messaged them, you know, these are like friends who I've worked with before, and, you know, and I've helped them out, and then radio silence. You don't hear anything.
You're not actively, you're asking to send a product, right? You're not being like, post this, post that.
No.
Just like, please, can I send you?
So we are a really small business at the minute. So we can only do gifted collabs as it stands. We have done collabs and we've not really got anything back. So these are friends of mine that I have said, can I send it out to you? If you like it, if you'll wear it, post it. But not even a message back just to say, do you know what, Chel? No, because I speak to you on a level. Chel, you know what? No, I won't do it unless I get, but I just feel, there was a quote that I read the other day, and it was, if you want to see who your friends are, start a business. And that is so true. And the person that I am today, and that I was a long time ago, a couple of years ago, would have been like, wait until I bump into you. But, you know, no, I'm not. I just feel that, you know what, I want everyone to win. If you need any help off me, I will be here and I will post your I will wear your do you know what I mean? And I will get it out there if I can, if that is to help you. But not everyone's built the same. And I think building a business and going into businesses, you know, you live and you learn. And me and my sister, we're definitely still learning. And we're just trying to find our feet.
So you said that you've obviously still got stuff on the website that isn't necessarily your style.
No.
Did you overstock? Order?
So, yes. So as well, we went with a supplier that we didn't really know much about. So with this supplier, he said you need 200 minimum per piece. So we paid, I don't even know what the figure was, but it was a lot of my savings anyway. And we've put like our savings into this and everything, and we're not seeing no profit. You know?
Takes time.
Yeah. So we got ripped off by him. So we had, I think it was an 8-piece collection. So that's 200 pieces per piece. I'm not good at maths, guys, too.
1,600, I think.
Is that all?
That's a lot of pieces, 1,600.
Yes, but how much is... Oh, no, you won't know how much that is. I think we paid about 30 grand on the first collection.
Okay.
That was mind-blowing, but I think he knew as soon as we walked in the door, we didn't know our heads from our toes, and he thought, yes, let's do this, and he completely just done us. So that was how that went, and it didn't go too great. And then my cousin, who has got an amazing brand, actually, I'm going to shout her out. So she's called Melissa, and she owns Altia 95.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen them on Instagram.
Oh, Mel is amazing. So she then put me, mine and my sister's cousin Mel, and she put us onto her supplier, who was amazing. And yeah, we kind of went from there. And so now it can be 100 minimum, which is fine per piece. So I feel as well, you need to continually drop. up, and we didn't know this like until we started, obviously. So we're trying to get on a roll now. So we've got like 5 samples in our hands at the minute that we're going to feed drop like for Christmas collection, and it's just kind of trying to stay ahead of the game. It's so hard, honestly. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to like know it all. Like I obviously had Ainsley on.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And she is
She's
amazing.
Flying, like
doing so well. But she said like it's taken 6 years to really get it properly going. Like,
can I say like she is an inspiration of ours as well, Ainsley, and what she's done with her brand. You know, there's so many Manchester brands that are absolutely smacking the life out of it, like P. Louise,
unreal.
Made by Mitchell, Wonder Doll. I think my cousin Altia 95 is just a brand that they need, and with us it's just finding our audience, and we're still going through them teething stages at the minute, but I completely believe in what we're doing, and it is our passion, and we're going to stick with it. Don't get me wrong, we have doubts every single time. Like the last collection that we launched, which was the Lineaire, which I think's amazing. It's so gorgeous, and that was shocking. So there was tears when that, you know, it's just a constant, is it worth it? The self-doubt, are we capable to, you know.
Do you have like a team or anyone that...
No, so it consists of me, my sister and my niece. My niece is definitely the brains behind it. She's so on it. And you know what? She was the one that got me onto you, Claudia. She said how amazing. She absolutely loves you. Yeah, she said you're unreal, like what you've done with your business.
I never hear that.
Yeah, no.
Because it's always Luke Bishop's sister.
She's absolutely smashing it. And this was before I knew that you was Luca's. I don't know whether it was before Luca actually went on to Love Island, but Maisie's in Dubai, so it's a FaceTime. It's like a Zoom. Both him actually every week. She's like, right, we need to do this. Me and my sister are like, right, okay. So these 3 of us, and that is all that we can cater for at the minute. We're not at a point where we can be paying, you know, to employ
That's
anybody.
so common though.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're being very hard on yourself.
Really?
Yeah, like the stories that I hear, it's not... I feel like some people make it look like that overnight success.
Okay.
And it's just perseverance.
Yeah, it is, and consistency, and just believing in, I believe in what is for me will not pass me, and I think this is it. I hope so anyway, Claude, because if not...
Have you literally put everything into...
I feel like this past year has been so hard, you know, and I've not kept going. Like everyone just says, like, you know, Chelsea, I'm fighting, and I am, and the end goal for me is just thinking about my daughters and their future and doing something that me and my sister love, and we just can't stop, won't stop, I guess.
Do they understand like mummy's brand?
Oh,
stuff
Coco
like that. Like if you're wearing
Coco's seen that denim bra, so like not a chance.
Yeah, like mini samples.
Yeah, we feel, you know, when we're at a point where we can maybe invest a little bit more, then we'd love to do like mini me ranges, and Coco be the face of it, because I think Coco would sell. I just don't.
Oh, she is such a character. She's so
amazing.
Cute. So I mean, what do you think has like surprised you from? Because you're being so honest, which I love.
Really,
like it's just not realistic that things that well sometimes it is. Some people do just get lucky.
I feel like I'm in my vulnerable era. I feel like I've had so much happen to me in the past year that I don't need to hide anything. And if this can help anyone going into business realise that it is hard work, and even someone that you think is doing amazing, you know, you look at followers on Instagram, this is how the world is these days, to look at me and my Rags page and the business and think, you know what, she is struggling. She's not doing what people think, you know.
See, I wouldn't get that from looking.
Really?
No, not at all.
No, but I want to be able to voice it so people know, like, this is the real, you know, real life, and I'm very raw, I'm very real, and it's a struggle.
Have you had times where you've thought, this isn't going to work?
Yeah,
or
definitely. Do you know what? I get so excited every time about a launch. I got really excited about the white blazer. I thought, this is going to do amazing. And it did do amazing, and I'm so grateful to everybody that bought it. So then you get a bit of a boost then. And then we had two set pieces drop in for summer, which was the Lineaire, and we had a crochet set, and the supplier said the crochet set isn't going to be ready. So that was so disheartening, because I knew that would have done so well. These pieces that I look at and I think this is going to do amazing. The Lineaire, we put it out there, it didn't do well. Again, the self-doubt kicks in. Am I ready for this? Am I good enough for this? It's just... you just got to keep on going and believe in the next collection, which is, guys, amazing. And I feel that we're really meeting our audience's expectations of what they would wear, looking back at the last collection, something that also me and my sister, it aligns with us, and I'm excited.
When
I'm
does
really
that
excited.
come out?
So we're hoping early November.
Okay.
I'm just hoping that there'll be no ups until then. There's not going to be, guys.
No, it'll be fine. You've got to think positive.
Talk it into existence.
Yeah, 100%. You have to be positive.
We have amazing pieces that I think they're going to love. So, yeah, fingers crossed. This is like the turnaround, and this is where we start to see differences within the brand, and, you know, we can start to feel confident again.
It sounds like you've learnt the hard way with certain things like the Supplier, stuff like that. And it does take time to just find the right team. Like, even when it's come to, I suppose, like the website build, all stuff like that, you've not come from any knowledge of how to do that.
No.
So you're relying almost on other people telling you what you want to hear,
and
trusting it's going to be fine.
And then it's completely doing you over. Yeah, it has been hard, and we are still finding our feet also, and we're learning every day. We're learning.
That never stops though.
No, I'm becoming a little bit more savvy with it. But it's a hard graft, but I'm thinking about the future, and it will all be worth it.
100%. I mean, how, if you don't mind talking figures, I suppose, how much have you had to invest to date?
Oh, I would say around about 60k.
Okay. And how have you got like a timeline that you want to earn that back?
We've not even seen a quarter of that back.
But you will.
Yeah, we will.
You will?
We will. I'm positive, yeah.
You will. I mean, how long have you been in business now? 2 years?
Years, yeah. So I think we've had 5 collections all in all. This next year, starting from November, because this has been the worst year of my life, I think starting from this November, from now until next November, this is what's gonna change us and gonna, you know, brand awareness that we're working on right now.
But you're so good at that. I can't believe it's actually crazy that you're saying that you have no team. Like, so
did you hear my stomach growl then?
Hungry? Do you want a snack?
No, I'm all right.
I've got gyozas.
This is something that we could have always dreamed. Like, this is when we was little girls, we loved being in dresses, and, you know, and honestly, every time we have launched, we've got so giddy about it, and it's just not worked in our favour at all. After the linear, I honestly felt like a failure. I thought, like, what is the point? I'm trying and we're just getting nowhere. I just feel like we're on a hamster ball, you know, in one of them balls where we just feel like we're getting somewhere and then we just get knocked back straight again, get knocked back down, and it's just constant. And you just get to a point when you think, is it worth it?
But you pick yourself back up and you carry on going.
Yeah, we've got to.
It sounds like your life has been a lot of that.
Yeah, I feel like in the past year, like, I've been through so much, and I feel like keeping my head busy with rags is, you know, it's kept me going, and obviously my daughters, there's just been so much. Yeah, so it has been like a really hard time for me. People might know, but like my whole family dynamic has changed. We lost a baby, and I just feel like rags has kept me focused, along with my hormones just being in absolute turmoil after Cookie, and then obviously, you know, what happened last November. So I'm just constantly like this. It's a struggle. And the disheartening part of it with this business has just been, there's been times when I've just thought, you know what, it's not worth it, my health, and because it stresses me out. I have like sleepless nights thinking about, you know, the success, and I'm going to be a failure, and yeah, it's really hard.
Do you feel like you've got pressure to live up to from where, like, you've had such a successful TV career?
Yeah.
You don't
100%.
want this to be like, I don't know, almost not imposter syndrome, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like there is so much pressure because, you know, people always say, oh, Chelsee, I like what you're wearing, and then I bring out a collection and nobody buys, and you think, well, what is it, what I'm doing wrong? You know,
no,
people don't like it.
Wrong.
People don't like it, and they don't like our designs, and people, you know, we're still really just trying to build that community of girls. And I think business and being in this industry is building that community where they trust you, you know, that the quality is amazing, they're going to come back to you. I mean, mean, I think it was only last week we seen that a massive brand had copied our linear, and I thought, you know what, I kind of felt a bit buzzing about it because I thought we're being recognised. It's really disheartening.
What do you do in that situation? I mean, I'd immediately think
you break
lawyers.
down. You break down.
But,
no, I know, but like, I wouldn't know where to go with that, Claude, you know? I don't know what route to take with that. It's just really disheartening.
I'd want to go through every follower, see who could have.
Yeah, and you see the girls that maybe would buy that blazer, why are you going to pay £100 when you can get it for 20 quid? Why would girls spend X amount on quality when they can get it for a little bit cheaper? Well, a lot cheaper. And, you know, we're constantly fighting that.
What you're saying, your
We're
quality.
not fast fashion, so we're putting so much money into this, whereas they can get it for a lot cheaper, something similar, wear it for one night. You know, we're probably a little bit scared to invest in something when it's a little bit more money.
But I think now sustainability is so big. Like,
Yes.
you want to invest in a better quality piece that you can wear
a staple
forever.
piece, and that is really what we are trying to make. I feel like with rags as well, we completely started it at a really bad time, just after COVID, and so the timing of it wasn't the best.
But you've just got to continue to learn and build it. Like, it will get there.
Yeah, I'm hoping, praying, God willing.
I think the biggest thing as well is, as long as someone is so passionate about that company, like, it will thrive. Like, even if it's not right now, you've got to, like, you believe that it will get there. Without that, it's pointless. Like, when people are just doing it for money and stuff like that, it's...
No. We want girls to be able to feel amazing, but as well, you need to believe in, like, I believe in rags, you know. I do think that we can get to where we want to go, but it is just so hard getting there, and the journey of it is what matters, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the self-doubt is continually kicking in, and I need to get over my mind playing with me, basically, and just know that it's what's meant to be, and we're going to absolutely smack this out of it.
100%. How do you cope when you have those moments of self-doubt?
I curl up in a ball.
Oh, okay, there's no coping mechanism yet.
No, I'm running after the girls at that point, honestly. Whenever I have a bit of a meltdown, and I'll be honest, I have at least 2 breakdowns a week. That is with life in general. The girls, stress, work, rags. Like, there's at least 2 breakdowns a week, and I will literally close my door, get my mum, please just get the kids for 2 minutes. I'll have 10 minutes, I'll come out, and then I pull my knickers up, and it's let's go.
Do you feel like you try and be too strong, though?
It's built in me. It is. But I am very vulnerable. I have been working on just being a little bit more honest about how I am feeling and struggling, you know. I'm not good with my mental health. Like, I've been in darkest places. Postnatal depression I suffered with. I'm constantly like this, and it is just, I feel like I am running on adrenaline, and I think the girls being, you know, the sole provider right now for the girls is what keeps me going.
Again, tell me to off if I'm being too nosy. If rags isn't necessarily generating profit right now, how, I suppose, are you sustaining just general day-to-day life?
So I am working. I'm at Hollyoaks. So I do film Hollyoaks, so I do have a day-to-day job. Not been that busy, but that has been...
Why did I think you'd stopped?
No.
That is really bad fucking research.
No. I was on maternity once.
Oh, okay,
and then
that
I
might
went
be what
back
I'm thinking.
only this year. Do you know what it is with me as well, Claude? Like, because I've been in front of the camera for so long, I think I've got a bit of a cheek saying this because I'm doing a podcast in front of a camera. And I do still do acting, but I much prefer to be behind the camera. And I love a shoot day, just making the models look absolutely amazing in our clothes. Like, that is everything to me. And if I can continue to do that for the rest of my days, me and my sister will be very happy girls. Like, that is what we thrive for, is the shoot days and seeing it all come together, and, you know, seeing our pieces being worn so beautifully and people loving our designs. I think that is like the biggest boost that you can get, that you're designing something and the girlies are loving it.
So that's the ultimate goal.
The ultimate goal.
Leave TV.
Leave TV, be behind
Have you lost the love for TV now?
No, it's not that I've lost the love for it, but I feel as I've gotten a little bit older, my mental health has not been the greatest. Yeah, I feel like I kind of, after the second child, I would say I kind of dipped a lot. But I feel like my passion has changed over time, and it's not
Which
TV
is normal.
no more. Yeah, it's being behind the camera and designing, creating and making amazing pieces.
Do you feel like because of the that you get online and stuff like that, there's an element of that where you're like, I don't want to have to deal with this anymore.
100%. I do feel like it can be quite stressful. You never know when you're going to be working, when you're not going to be working. So regarding that, I don't have a stable income.
Yeah, because the thought of
Not
what if they
working.
kill me off?
Yes. Yeah.
Like next week, what if they decide to kill me off?
It's a very cutthroat industry, and this is what I've said with Coco. I don't want her in this industry, but I don't think I've got a choice.
She's like a little
she loves the
superstar.
camera, and I'm like, no, Cox, please be a lawyer, be a
Do you
doctor.
think that's what she will get into?
She loves it, God, honestly. I'm hoping not, because I know how hard this industry is.
Yeah.
And, I know how scary it can be. I know how, you can be judged, you can be trolled. I just want to protect her and not have her in this industry. But I think how she is, I don't know if I've got a choice.
I mean, I feel like that leads us on quite nicely to every episode.
Yes.
We do things I bish I knew. So
what's it called?
Things I bish I knew.
Bish.
Instead of wish.
Yeah. Bish I knew.
Honestly, capitalising on the surname.
I love that.
So I suppose it would be like what you would tell your kids as well. But if you could go back to, by 16, you're in the public eye already, aren't you?
Oh, God, yeah, when I was 12.
So, yeah, that is insane.
I think how old was I when I done Strictly? About 18, and that's when it really started to get a bit heavy.
Okay, let's go back to 18.
Yeah.
What are you telling her? You're having a little conversation, 5 minutes, you've got 5 minutes with her. What are you going to say?
Don't do it.
Genuinely?
Yeah. Don't do rags, but don't do TV.
So what would have you done? Do you ever think about that?
No.
I suppose it's done now, isn't it?
I think I would have gone down the wrong road, to be honest, yeah. I was a bit of a woman when I was younger.
It fell into place how it was
it
supposed
did.
to, even though it's heavy now.
I think what was meant to happen definitely happened. And I do think, back then, I loved TV and it was the right thing for me. I was a good actress, didn't stop working, and I was a bubbly kid. And that was, all I wanted to do. In fact, I did want to be a dancer. So I fell into the acting by accident. I went to acting school.
I bet Strictly was the funnest thing ever.
It was amazing. Yeah, don't mention Dancing on Ice, though. That was horrendous. It was the hardest job of my life. I was out first.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was so bad.
That's fine, though. It's
But
an
I had a
experience.
lot going on at that time. I couldn't completely focus and be on that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a lot more going on behind the doors. So
That's what I mean, though. But people wouldn't know that.
no, they didn't.
Like, you put on this brave face.
And keep on going.
Yeah, but sometimes you do need to cry.
I do a cry, but that's only when I'm having a breakdown at home and never in front of the girls.
Honestly, I literally I want rags to just
I hope it
blow.
It will.
No, it will. It will. I know it will.
It will. I just
It will.
want everyone.
I think genuinely, it will be such a different conversation even in a year's time.
Oh,
It will.
and this is going to be the #1 podcast.
Well,
in the
no,
world.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, it is. Yes, it is, Claude. Believe in yourself.
What a hypocrite. We asked basically people on Instagram to put in questions that they have business related.
Okay.
Obviously, they don't know which guests are coming on.
Yeah.
So this is quite broad, but I feel like it's relevant from working with your sister.
Amazing.
Because I feel like working with Luca, we'd probably have a different experience to you and
really?
No, we're so close.
Yeah,
like we are best friends, and I feel like it would. I feel like I'd probably end up.
Well, they always say, don't they, don't mix business with family.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the best businesses.
Sometimes it just works.
Ainsley's business is with her partner, and she was saying
yeah.
it's the best decision ever.
Yeah.
Jess said, I hired a friend to help me with admin, and now I don't know how to give her feedback. She's not doing it properly, but I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh.
Friendship's probably different to family, because if that was Luca, I'd say, you're not
Yeah, I do think friendship's a little bit more touchier, to be honest. I think you've got to word it nicely, but be very firm. If she's not doing the job and you're paying her, then you need to get someone who is qualified to do the best job for your business. At the end of the day, the business is that's the main thing in your life. So that's the main priority. So
maybe just find her a different role.
And not go with your head, not your heart as well.
Always.
Be on job.
Yeah.
Stand on business.
100%. So we're speaking in a year.
Yes.
What will success look like for you?
Success for me will look like rags thriving, pushing out pieces monthly, comfortably, and seeing more girls wearing the brand. I want to be out and see girls. So brand awareness for me is amazing. It's massive. I want that brand awareness for someone to be out and go, oh, is that rags? Do you know what I mean?
Love that,
the brand awareness, that would be...
You'll get that.
Yeah, we
You
will.
will.
We will.
Thank
It's
you
exciting.
it is so exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
I really appreciate
I've
you
loved
having
having
me.
a chat.
Cheers. Thank you, boo.
Supposed to look in each other's eyes, aren't you?
Oh, fucking
Otherwise, what is it?
Bad luck.
Bad sex.
Oh, well, it's not the win for me anyway at the minute.
Thanks so much for listening to Bishness as usual. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to follow, subscribe, and leave a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. New episodes will be dropping every Monday, so until then, stay inspired and we'll get back down to Bishness next week.